What if Cinderella was not waiting for a prince to save her, but was a cyborg mechanic trying to save the world? Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Hello, Book Lovers. Today I'm talking about Cinder, the first book in the Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Meyer, and this is actually my second time reading it. And somehow, I loved it even more the second time around. Question of the day. Do you prefer classic fairy tale retellings that stay close to the original story, or ones that completely reinvent it in a new genre like sci-fi? Cinder is set in a futuristic New Beijing where humans and androids live side by side. A deadly plague is spreading, and the threat from the moon is very real. At the center of it all is Cinder, a gifted mechanic who is also a cyborg. She is treated as a second class citizen, blamed for things that are not her fault, and constantly reminded that she is different. When her path crosses with Prince Kai, she gets pulled into political tension, intergalactic conflict, and secrets about her own past that could change everything. I will not spoil anything, but just know the stakes are much bigger than a ball and a glass slipper. What really worked for me is how Marissa Meyer takes the familiar Cinderella elements and weaves them in so cleverly. You notice the echoes of the original story, but this is not a simple retelling. It stands on its own. The world building is immersive. New Beijing feels alive with androids, plague quarantines, and interstellar politics. The tension is constant, and the twists genuinely keep you guessing. Cinder herself is the heart of this book. She is resilient, hardworking, and quietly determined. She keeps going even when she is unfairly blamed and pushed aside. As someone who loves strong female leads who do not rely on magic fixes or instant solutions, I connected with her so much. I love characters who build their strength through grit and persistence, and Cinder absolutely delivers that. The romance is another highlight. It feels organic and natural. There is no forced attraction. The connection between Cinder and Kai builds through real conversations, mutual respect, and small moments of understanding. Kai is charming at first, but you quickly see his thoughtful and kind side. Even his slightly dorky moments add depth. There is an emotional reaction toward the end that truly hits you, and it makes you root for what is coming next. I also loved characters like Peony, who brings warmth and sweetness, and Dr. Erland, who adds layers of intrigue and moral complexity. The fight to help someone important, the sacrifices made early on, and the way Cinder gives up so much before finding even a small spark of possibility all add emotional weight. If I had to mention what might not work for some readers, it would be the pacing at the beginning. It takes a little time to fully settle into the world and understand the politics and the sci-fi elements. If you are not a fan of dystopian settings, illness themes, or slow burn romance, this might not be for you. But if you enjoy high stakes tension with emotional depth, this balance is incredibly rewarding. For me personally, this reread reminded me why I love stories that blend genres. I am always drawn to books that mix heart with action, romance with political tension, and familiar tropes with fresh ideas. Cinder checks all those boxes. It feels like The Hunger Games meets a classic fairy tale, but with its own unique identity. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars, and I highly recommend it to YA readers who love sci-fi with heart, innovative fairy tale retellings, slow burn romance, and strong female leads. Teens and up will especially appreciate the themes of prejudice, illness, and resilience woven into the story. If you enjoyed this review, please like, comment, share, and make sure you subscribe to Hello Book Lovers so you do not miss my next recommendation. And tell me your answer to the question of the day in the comments. Would you pick up a cyborg Cinderella? Or do you prefer your fairy tales traditional?